All right, we're going to look at an application of percents now. And in order to do that, I'm going to be looking at word problems that I can actually convert to proportions and then solve. And here are the things that I need to know. I need to know that when I have a word problem, I'm always going to put the percent over 100. Then, what represents 100%, remember how we kept everything the same. So what's across the bottom is going to be what's representative of the total amount, or 100%. What's across the top is the percentage of that, or the part of that. Now, sometimes we see that in word notation as whatever's after the word of typically represents a total amount, and any number that's left, once I've done the percent and the total, any number that's left is typically the part. Okay, so let's actually look at doing this problem. Okay, 30% of 80 is something. All right, so I'm going to put the percent over 100. Now, what follows the word of is the total amount, so that would be 80, and I don't have any numbers left. I'm trying to find the part. Okay, so in this case then, it's not nice and neat to multiply 80 times something and get 100, so I'm going to cross multiply. And I have 100x equals 30 times 80. Now, a lot of times I will tell my students this. I cross the two that I know, okay? So if I cross the two that I know and multiply them, then I'm going to divide by the number that's left over. And sometimes students see that, and that's an easier way to represent. So then I have 100x equals 2400. Divide both sides by 100. And x equals, remember I can always cross out my zeros. That's like dividing both by 100. And my answer then would be 24. Now, keep in mind, if I use this top way that I talked about, I could arrive at my answer by saying 30 times 80 divided by 100. Now, if I wanted to put that in my calculator, I would do, okay, parentheses, 30 times 80 divided by 100. Now, my calculator does order of operations, so it should go through without the parentheses and do. But I always like to put the parentheses, that way I know, no matter what kind of calculator I'm using, that it's actually going to be right. And you see I get the answer 24 there. Now, think about this. Now, we talked about percentages in the previous chapter. So think about, what does 30% mean? That's about a third. So basically I'm saying, well, about a third of 80, so let's just round up. So a third of 90 is 30. So a third of 80 would be a little less, and that's exactly what I've got. Okay, here's another one. So we put the percent over 100, because I don't know what the percent is, so that's my x. What's after the word of is the total amount, so that goes with the 100. And then my 30 is the part. So then I do my cross multiplying, and I end up with 3,000 divided by 90. Okay? And then I'm going to take, and I actually have 300 divided by 9, and it is 33.3 repeating. Okay, now, remember we're not going to leave that repeating, so it's actually 33 1/3%. Okay? And my last simple example here is 25%, so that's 25 over 100, of what? So it's a what? I don't know what the total is 60, so that's the part. Then I cross multiply, and I get 6,000. And I'm going to be dividing by 25. And when I do that, I have 6,000 divided by 25, and I get 240. Okay, so this is saying that a fourth of 240 is 60. So if I divided 240 a fourth, which is what 25% is, if I divided that by 4, I would indeed get 60.